When your campaigns start to work, it's tempting to either coast or crank the budget up too fast. Or some would say, that was fun, let's change offers or platforms. All of those strategies can stall your growth. So today I'm unpacking how to read your numbers and scale strategically without disrupting performance. One of our Diamond Accelerator clients came to us and we launched with a campaign that was finally hitting all of the right numbers. Their cost per lead was under $20. They had a 30% booking rate, a steady stream of high quality leads. And instead of overhauling everything, we applied our gradual scaling process consisting of small budget increases weekly, duplicating top performing ad sets, and kept the follow-up system intentional and consistent. And then in 3 months, their revenue from that campaign doubled without ever seeing their cost per lead creep up. That's the power of scaling strategically instead of impulsive. I'm Julie Dunkirk, Senior Marketing Consultant at Diamond Accelerator, and I help practices turn clicks into premium patients with high converting strategies, intentional follow-up, and smart automation. Whether you're a client or you're just tuning in for insights on how to maximize your return on investment with your marketing, we're glad you're here. So let's dive in and start with how to know when you're truly ready to increase your ad spend and what systems you need to have in place to support higher volume. Scaling only works if you're building on a healthy foundation. That foundation is data, not emotion. So here's what we look at when determining if an account is ready to scale. Number one is cost per lead. This can absolutely vary based on what type of services and offers you are running. For most medspa services, a cost per lead of $20 or less is a strong indicator of efficiency. If your cost per lead is below $20 and the lead quality is solid, that's a green light. But you just don't want to stop your cost per lead. You want to also look at your lead to booking rate. You want at least 30 to 40% of leads converting into appointments. So if you're getting 100 leads and you're only booking 10, the problem isn't in the ads, it's in the follow-up. And if you're having trouble converting leads into appointments, stop thinking more budget and start thinking better follow-up. Before we scale, we want to tighten the system. And that means customizing automations that keep your brand in front of them daily, authority building videos, and jaw-dropping content with before and afters that make you the obvious choice. Patient testimonials that kill objections, direct links to your reviews page so that they can see social proof instantly, all of the things that build authority and keep momentum going from the second they hit submit. Because the reality is most sales are not won on the first call. It can take 8 to 12 follow-ups before a lead becomes a paying patient. So if you're not showing up in their inbox through text messages or on their social feed during that window, you're losing them to a med spa that is. If you scale before the follow-up game plan is bulletproof, all you're doing is paying more to lose leads faster, and that's where the back end systems matter. At Diamond Accelerator, our clients have dedicated scheduling coordinators and a proven follow-up sequence in place, so every lead gets multiple points of contact and a clear path to booking. That kind of structure is key to high booking rates. Number 3 is your return on your ad spend. Others will call it ROAS. A healthy benchmark is a 3x or more, so spend $1 and get $3 back in booked revenue. That tells us your ads are truly working, not just for awareness, but for revenue. When these 3 metrics align, the cost per lead is under $20, you have a 30 to 40% booking rate, and your return on ad spend is 3x or more, that means you're ready to scale. And if you want the complete list of marketing KPIs you should know and be tracking and industry targets, comment KPI, and we'll send you one of the one sheet with how to find them and what your target should be. When the numbers are strong, it's time to increase the budget, but methodically. Don't stay flat, don't change offers, don't change platforms. Here's the scaling strategy that we implement across our client campaigns at Diamond Accelerator. Number 1 is gradual budget increases, increasing your ad spend by 20 to 30% per week, not more. Sudden jumps disrupt the algorithm and can lead to higher cost per leads and erratic results. Here's what you do not want to do. I had a client who insisted on starting with a $4,500 a month budget for 3 campaigns on Facebook using a brand new page and a brand new ad account. And normally we would recommend starting at 2,500 to 3,000. And here's why. When Facebook sees a high spend on a brand new account, it tries to spend that money quickly, often pushing ads into broader, less targeted audience before the algorithm has time to learn your ideal clients. This can spike your cost per lead, eat up your budget on low quality clicks, and make it harder to optimize later. In this case, their initial results looked promising for a few days, but performance dropped fast because the campaigns scaled before the data foundation was strong. So number 2, we want to duplicate what's working. Rather than editing a performing ad, you want to duplicate it and assign that new budget to that version. Use the same creative, the same audience, the same offer, because you're scaling what's proven. Number 3 is stay focused on the winning formula. Don't test new creatives, don't test new platforms while scaling. Maximize what's already working first, and then test once you've reached the new baseline. Number 4 is activate or expand retargeting. Running retargeting ads for users who clicked but didn't book. This audience is already familiar with your brand and close to converting. These ads usually produce the lowest cost per booked appointment, so they're perfect for targeting. Number 5 is strengthening your follow-up process. And that means, scaling means more leads, and more leads require timely, structured follow-up. If you don't already have automated nurturing through phone, text, follow-ups, and live scheduling help in place, you want to get that locked in before you scale. This is one of the biggest gaps we see, even with strong ad performance. Poor follow-up leaves revenue on the table. That's why Diamond Accelerator clients have a mix of automated nurturing systems, text, voicemail drip campaigns, and live human support through our scheduling team to ensure every lead gets converted into a booking opportunity. So if you're managing this in-house, ask yourself, are you calling leads within 5 to 10 minutes of them opting in? Do you have a multi-channel reminder system set up? Can your front desk handle higher lead volume? If not, fix the back end before scaling the front end. Bringing this to life with an example, I have a client who started out with a $2,500 per month ad budget for 3 campaigns. Right out of the gate, she was consistently seeing a $15 cost per lead and about a 4x return on her ad spend. And from there, we scaled gradually, first to $3,000 a month, then to $3,500. And now we're at $6,000 a month in ad spend with a consistent 7x plus return on her ad spend, which translated into $46,000 in revenue in 1 month. So their performance held steady because the back end was ready, automated nurturing was in place, follow-ups were happening fast, and their booking systems could handle the volume. So a takeaway from that is scaling works when you build on a solid foundation. Don't rush the process. Focus first on clean data, a strong follow-up system, and operational readiness. That's how you turn leads into consistent revenue, not just higher ad spend. I'm going to open up the floor for questions. And remember, if you want the one sheet for KPIs you should be tracking and industry targets, comment KPI and we'll send that one sheet to you. If you are not a client of ours, go ahead and drop your email address so we can send that over to you. But I don't see any questions coming in. Should I still scale if my cost per lead is good, but my ROAS is under 3x? That's a great question. A low cost per lead alone isn't enough to justify scaling. If your ROAS is under 3x, it means you're not generating enough booked revenue to cover your ad spend profitably. It's important to dig deeper and look at your average revenue per patient. Sometimes the bottleneck isn't the ads or the lead quality, but what's happening in the sales and consultation process. If leads aren't converting into high ticket treatment plans, that will drag down your return on ad spend. So before scaling, you want to optimize your consultation experience, pricing strategies, and upsell opportunities to boost average patient value. Once your back end is driving both solid booking volume and strong revenue per patient, hitting that 3x return on your ad spend becomes achievable and scaling makes sense. How often should I review my marketing KPIs to decide if it's time to scale? Weekly reviews are helpful to keep your eyes on progress. Realistically, you often need more time, so usually 2 to 4 weeks to gather enough consistent, reliable data to make truly informed decisions. The time frame allows Facebook's algorithm to optimize properly and provide a clearer picture beyond the normal daily fluctuations. So rushing to scale or tweaking too soon without enough data can lead to costly mistakes. So patience, watch your key metrics like cost per lead, booking rates, return on ad spend over several weeks, and only scale once those metrics are stable and hitting your targets consistently. Do I have any more questions? I don't see anything. Okay. So to recap, scaling isn't just about more budget, it's about more structure. When your cost per lead is low and your leads are converting and your back end is equipped to handle volume, that's when you scale, not before. At Diamond Accelerator, we don't just help med spas generate leads, we help them scale with intention, supported by strategic systems. So whether you're working with a partner like us or building your pieces yourself, your strategy should include regular performance reviews, clear scaling benchmarks, a reliable follow-up process, and a system that grows with you. So in marketing, patience isn't the virtue, it's the strategy. Give your data time to tell the full story to help you make informed decisions before you act. I have another question coming in. How long should I wait to increase budget to evaluate results before adjusting again? So you want to plan on waiting at least 5 to 7 days after a budget increase before making adjustments. Facebook's algorithm needs time to learn and optimize at the new spend level. So making changes too soon can reset the learning phase and disrupt performance. So patience during this window helps ensure that you get accurate data to decide if further scaling tweaks are needed. Yes, you can. So scaling multiple campaigns at once or focusing on one offer, it's usually best to focus on scaling your top performing campaign first. That lets you put your budget behind what's proven without spreading resources too thin. So once that campaign is stable at a higher spend and hitting your KPIs, then you can test scaling other offers. So scaling multiple campaigns simultaneously without stable data can confuse the algorithm and increase the risk. Any other questions? All right, no more questions. Okay, so remember, if you want the complete list of marketing KPIs you should know, be tracking, and industry targets, comment KPI in the chat, and we'll make sure to get that one sheet over to you. And then if you love this training, make sure you share with your team or another med spa that can benefit. You can always catch the replay on our YouTube channel. To get access to more free trainings that will help you grow your med spa, visit our link tree in our social bio, and be sure to join us live every Wednesday, 2:30 Central Time, same place. Find us on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Thanks, everyone.